Rewind Oliku Galaxy TV Jikonkone. My name is Flora Shaw. I'm here with Victor Yo Navio and Eyewitness. Victor.
Navio, about being number one.
Nag. He's back.
Yeah.
Yes,
About being number one in what you do. What's your response? You've always been there because of your family background.
I mean, this is the weird one because I was famous for 10 years before anyone ever asked me about my mother. You understand? I was famous for 10 years before anyone ever asked me about my mother or what she does, or because I was a celebrity at 14. We already Core Awards, Best African Act, you know, Best Video, Best whatever, flown there first class, 14, 15 years old. We were stars, bro. And what we did in Kenya after that, Tanzania, first African tour, first launch here. We did a lot off the back of ourselves and our sponsors and people who came on board with us. So if people say that, I think one, they're blind to talent. Two, they have a chip on their own shoulder. Because you can't tell me any rich 14-year-old. There are many people who've arrived back in Uganda, they get handed $300,000 cash, and they don't even release one hit. What's the difference to me? Who's a 14-year-old in class? I come out with my book bag, you know, and I end up doing an Africa tour at age 15. You know, I think people need to stop that. It's only by the time I was 27, 28, people were like, yeah, but they are rich. And I'm like, yeah, at the end of the day, that's the problem with hip-hop, actually. At the end of the day, we have to sit and rap. Let's go bar for bar, lyric for lyric, song for song, hit for hit. You know, your money cannot help you when you're alone on stage at Nkuka. With Chameleon in front of you and Bobby behind you in the lineup. Your money cannot help you. It doesn't matter if I was Bill Gates, bro. You gotta be able to give something to the people. And so that's what I've always believed. But yeah, and by the way, this number one thing is not me saying it. It's me just accepting it, but I've never said, hey, I'm the king of this, I'm the king of that. It's people you have all the way from Nigeria like, yo, bro, crazy. Guys locally here who are like, man, Navio, man. You know what I mean? They give me my respect and that's it. But for me to demand it, never. That's not my style. Okay. That's the other guy.
Navio,
which guy? Alina ko.
Cut off it, gentleman.
Neda. Which man?
Vicky.
Victor, you're asking which man?
Hey.
Yeah.
What you're saying?
Which man?
Yeah. Even me, which man? You know, no. I mean, that's other people in the industry. A lot of other people do that. And like, hey, I'm also a victim. Or I'm also a perpetrator, I should say. You know, Ellie Afrigo. Yeah. In a league with Philly, Ellie Afrigo. It's supposed to be that. Hip-hop is aspirational. You're supposed to believe in yourself. But it's better when you actually do it for real. You know what I mean? You need to be at the forefront of that. And for me, I've gone as I'm not the number one award winner in Uganda. I'm the most award-winning East African rapper of all time.
Sure.
So I'm not really just speaking, and the people are just saying garbage. You know what I mean? If I retweet it, I'll retweet it. But I won't be the first person who's saying stuff like that.
I've seen you ku stages is really big. Is Grammys, nga Jolly Ogenzeyo za Freema, you know, at least ogezako ku representing Uganda. At one point, wali okozesezako sente okutuuka.
It's impossible. I mean, like I say, eventually you have it has to be your music that takes you there. Otherwise, what would be the story for Joshua Baraka?
No connections needed.
You know, he's a young guy. He has talent, and he goes and he presents his music, and that's what happens. Anyone right now can become a member of the Grammy Academy. You know, people always, so many artists are like, Grammys, yeah. He must have done something to get there. I'm like,
are you one?
Yes, I'm a member of the Grammys. Yes, absolutely. You got to be a member of the Grammys to be invited to attend. Mine was different because they were looking, it was 50 years of hip hop. So they were looking to all the people in all the regions of the world that had represented hip hop. And I was one of the people. Nas was brought in, you know, to do the 50th celebration in New York. You know, there were people from all over the world. French people I've never heard of. So all of us were brought in. It was maybe like 15 of us, 20 of us from different regions, and I was the one representing East Africa.
Okay. Eyewitness. Katonanya Victor.
Yes, Navio. Tuwulira oli wakabi nnyo mu kukasuka zino. Like you good at martial arts, boxing and stuff like that. Actually, waliyo ebintu byoteekayo ku Facebook, ku Instagram ne nkulaba nga okasuka. Now,
First of all, I want to just correct. I used to be.
you used to
Yes, that is 20 years, 15 years
Once
ago.
a
I
Rasta?
represented Uganda also in kickboxing. Yeah.
Let tuyina celebrity exhibition matches and stuff.
That's what I want.
Tuyina ba
5
Rickman, tuyina Rickman, tuyina ba Grenade bonna beekubyemu.
Ne Salvador.
Actually, recently, wabaddewo ne Shakib.
Oh, okay, Salvador. Salvador?
Ogundi gwe yakuba yani?
Kazora.
Kazora.
Yes, Salvador.
Kakati,
He can actually fight.
tubadde tusuubira nti omuntu when the chance presents itself, nga tulina omuntu nga gwe, nti because ne Rickman yatuuka ekiseera, he was looking for challengers, but you were nowhere to be seen, would expect you to take the chance. Obitya kiki? Olina akatembo.
No, first of all, boxing is done by weight categories. So I think if he's 69 kilos, he went into that fight at 69 kilos, that's 70 kilos. I'm 130 kilos. We are legally not allowed to step in the ring together. Legally.
Enafuna wa weight hiyo.
So, yeah, and if it's about being scared, like I said, we've been on streets since I was 14, 15. We faced thugs with guns,
We give you
knives,
Nimrod.
batons. That one is just too talented for, please. Don't bring so much talent. At least give me someone who's a bit, you know.
GNL.
Nimrod is 170.
Navyo tugenda mu wa
Okay,
GNL.
Huh?
Yeah.
No. He's also shape. He's also a slim guy. He's a small guy.
But ebya weight bikola nnyo mu professional matches.
Absolutely.
Naye zino just ziri celebrity boxing matches. You can go there and you do your
I
stuff.
don't think it's allowed.
allowed.
Listen, I like what Rickman did, saying, listen, you want a rematch? 100 million. So if you're paying Rickman 100 million, if you come up with enough for Navio, but also why are people doing this? You guys know I was a bad guy 20 years ago. Why wasn't anyone challenging me then?
Ante
They
byali.
want to challenge a father. They want to challenge a man who drops his kids to school and buy his blue band. Really.
In your days, back in the days, you
yeah.
had Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine is also good at,
Yeah. The guy who is one of my best friends and is my security guy, Bule, trained Bobby Wine how to box.
True.
Yeah. And that's why we put it in Badman from Kamocha. I would have also been there boxing, but we were trying to show two different sides of Kampala, uptown and downtown. You know, Silver Spoon, that's where those words come from. We're trying to show two different sides.
Collabo ye yejetya with Bobby Wine.
So he's coming into the studio. Back then we used to move with many people. Me, because I was in school, so when I tell people I'm going to studio, they'd be like, hey, together. So I had like 20 guys with me. He arrives at studio. We're at D Records. It used to be on Lumumba, opposite Twed. So we're at D Records. As I'm going in, he's there. And he's like, yo, what up? So then he's like, yo, we've been working on something. So he puts it on. So he starts playing the song. I start throwing some vibes. The guys are like, hey. Bobby's like, ha. He put the earphones on. He pushed me into the microphone booth and closed the door. He's like, yeah, rap that.
Okay.
Rap that. So, yeah, we did that. It's the same time we did number one. By the way, there were like 3 or 4 other songs that went down with that computer. That computer crashed. So we did that. That's the same day I recorded Ingaro, Ne Kole Jange. I think Wind It Up we did another time. But we did a lot of songs.
Is it still easy talking to Bobby Wine?
Yes, I mean he's a busy guy. To be to be honest, he's a busy guy. But if I need to get in touch with him for something, I mean it's a phone call. It's a phone call away. But I don't abuse that. I don't abuse that. He was at 20 years of Nabio.
Oh,
That's
He was at the last concert. He was going to come to the stage. And then what happened.
So
You hear that?
So you're going to talk to him again.
That's what happened.
Ku concert ye.
Hey?
kati akwenda kumawo ku
Everyone is welcome.
Okay.
He's my friend of many years. I'm sure he'll be there if he can be there. And I will call him personally. Hope he's there. I hope you are there. I hope everyone's there. Yeah, it's not a thing of preferring one person over another. But that is my boy from time.
Okay.
So, you know, they call them the big three. I will always call Juliana. I will always call these people because those are the people who I came up with in the industry. I did collabos with. I went on tours with. So yeah, I definitely always have to check in with them.
Navio obaddewo nnyo for a long time in the industry naye wetwogera ku bintu ebyagala otereza industry because I know ebizibu ebiri mu industry obimanyi nnyo wetwogera ku bintu abayimbi bye bakoze nga federation nga za associations oli absent lwaki kiri bwe kiti?
I wouldn't say absent. I was there for the early meetings of the UNMF. I was there for UMA. UMA. I was registered. I'm a registered member with UMA. I was there when Captain Mukula was inducted. I came to the early meetings of UNMF, but that's also when I was going on tour, when a lot of the stuff happened. But I think I'm always there, and I'm always an active voice. If you'd hear the policies that we're putting in touch now, and you go back to my Kasuku interview, when I did the Kasuku interview, they asked me what should we do, and I listed the 20 things I think we should do. And they called me after that and said, can you come and write that properly on paper? And that's some of the stuff that they're instituting now. So with every society, you're always going to hear my voice. It's just that I don't want to be in the front cartwheeling, you know, etc. Or when I hear, hey, there's money there or there's money here, I'm not going to be running for it. Because, you know, I'm not here for that. I know that there's another 14-year-old Navio who needs a chance to come up. So all I'm going to do is use my mind to give them the policies that are going to make money for that person. But yeah, it's not a thing where I do it to be in front line. You know, I'm not a frontline guy. I am a backline guy, but an important guy when it comes to those things. Because you're right, I've been around for long, so I'm glad that they reached out to me and said, hey, how do you think we should put this and this together? And I was glad to help out where I could.
So waliwo story bulijjo gye njagala ofuna from you, the collaboration between Radio and Weasel and Wizkid, Don't Cry. Bali bangamba it was supposed to be your song.
No, that was a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was in with Wizkid, and we do a couple of tracks, and you know, Washington calls me. He's like, "Yo, I'm downstairs." So he comes up with his equipment. We set up the equipment, and so we did a couple of songs, and then Radio and Weasel, we call them in. They come through and they do like 5 songs back to back. Don't Cry, something else. The one that was supposed to be mine was the one that came out afterwards. For the weight of it today, baby, slow down, go down, baby, go down, go down. Yeah. So that one that was supposed to be me and Wiz, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know, but I was told they couldn't find the files. So yeah, it's all good. You know, the 2 times he'd come, he still salutes me and showed me respect. And then yeah, on the show we handle the contracting for him coming in. So like I said, you can win on the front line or you can win on the back line.
Yeah.
Musimu yeyo namba ki gy'olinamu ey'omuyimbi gw'ogamba nti ono yasinga amaanyi?
Locally and
international.
Bro. Who do you want?
Bakubira.
I think you can.
But we are Ricky. You have Wizkid.
I don't know. Who do you want?
Yeah, request wajifuna.
Coming soon. Yeah, he WhatsApped me actually. Yeah, he called me, but off a guy called Kojo's phone who he rolls with. So yeah, they called me to talk about the concert. So they said they want to come on and be part of the concert. It's for the first time that they've done it in Africa.
Orchestra.
Yeah, so they're part of the orchestra concert. Yeah, Double Barrel and Luke Belair themselves. Yeah, so which is Brett Berish and Rick Ross. So that's what we're talking about. That's why people are always like, why aren't you putting on the audio? And I was telling people, please wait.
Okay.
We want the audio. What are you saying? Rick Ross and Navio, what are you saying? But I couldn't put the audio out before I could successfully say I'm doing a concert. Otherwise, yeah. Imagine I say I'm doing a show and Rick Ross and Gay is a part of and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I like when the bird has hatched. I don't count while I have eggs, I wait for the
resources collaborations big international acts naye tetuzirabye nnyo okuva gy'oli. What happened?
I think it's a young man's game. So what I'm seeing now is a lot of the young guys come out and then they stay here. Whereas, for example, when you saw when Bebe blew up, he went and started the East African Bashment crew with other East African bad guys, and they took over Africa for a while. So like me, when I blew up, like I was getting all the awards, Nigerian Entertainment Awards. I was in categories with Diamond Platinums, and I won the award for Best East African. But we weren't celebrating yet. Until 5 years later, I think Eddie Kenzo won the same award, we celebrated. Afrima, we went and won an award in Peace and Silence. People weren't celebrating it yet. It's only after, when someone else won it 6 years later, they celebrate. So I'm kind of used to that. But I also know that you have your time to shine. The same way people would be performing now at, I don't know, the biggest festivals in the world. For us, that was the finale of Big Brother, which I did twice. That's 400 million people watching on the continent. Plus, you can go to 1 billion, I'm sure, with the reruns that happened for the finale, right? And then I'm performing with the guys who are the top, Sarkodie, D'banj had come out with Oliver Twist, just been signed to Kanye West, and Nato C had just done 10 over 10. And there was Navio with One and Only, representing my humble Uganda. So I kind of, whatever moves you're seeing now, think about what the top 10 moves were in my time. I had done them. And then also think about the collabs that I'd done. In my time, I did the Wizkid, I did Sarkodie, I did Burna Boy, I did Keith Sweat, I did the R. Kelly collab. The list goes on and on. So I did that in terms of music. When you talk about the videos, I was definitely a pioneer. Next time Chameleon's on here, you'd be like, we weren't interested in that. We used to have conversations where they're like, Navio, shoot a video of 100,000 and make 1 million. That's good business. Why are you shooting a video of 1 million in order to make, So you ask Chameleon about that and the fact that I was at the forefront of that. And then the fact that you call a launch a concert. We did the Waka launch. It became so big, police closed us down. Everyone started calling it a launch. A launch is like a book launch. We thought it would be small, right? So now everyone's like, when are you doing your launch? So there's a lot of things that we've done and instituted and put in place, and we don't take much credit for it. I think at the end of the day, it should be a young man's game. So right now you see like some of the connections happening with young people. That should be 100 of our top artists doing that. That's what we were doing. But you have a lot of young artists. They come out with a hit. They learn it's big in Kenya. They're not going there. They learn it's big in South Africa. They're not going there. For us, we went there and we did that. Like I said yesterday, I'm like, my priorities are dropping my kids at school now. You know what I mean? I did the video and the song with Burna Boy. I did the tour, African tour. I did R. Kelly. I did that. You're the hit maker now. Lead us, actually. Show us.
Okay.
My TikTok was not active. Till recently. So it's up to a different crew right now.
Okay. Tugenda kuddamu tutumulemu ko katono tukyali ne Navio Tobao.